these are the 6 who've made it through to the final, and they include last year's champions Austria, who, as you can see, are drawn in lane number 3.
Good mixture of experience right through these crews here. The very best scullers have gone into the doubles to try and win selection for the Olympics next year, for the new event at the Olympics. But the standard here is still very, very strong as Germany take up the running in these first 20 strokes. But Germany still just holding the lead at the moment, but Austria holding and beginning to edge past. Last year, certainly Austria were one of the class crews of the regatta. They are a superb crew, and we hope that later on in this race we'll have a good chance to have a look at them. But here's some very experienced men in this Australian crew, very well drilled. Australia always a very well drilled lineup, and as they go through there, it's just Austria beginning to take the edge at 500 meters.
So there are the Austrians, the 4 white hats out there in lane number 3, just ahead of Germany, with Italy in 3rd place, ahead of Spain. At the back at the moment are both Sweden and Australia.
Austria, though, moving very, very nicely, and later on in the race we'll have a good chance to have a look at them, because certainly last year they were the class crew of the regatta. But Italy here with a very strong, hard finish there, especially at 3. Very big push at the finish, which is not quite the sort of Italian traditional style that we expect. But Germany holding on very, very well here and matching Austria as we go through the halfway point. Bow pair in the Austrian quad here, Wolfgang Sigi and Gernot Fadebar, rode in the double sculls as well as the quad, because they're trying to win selection for the Olympics next year. So they're doubling up, and at the moment here they are, matched by Germany, who are getting a very, very good send on those finishes at the halfway point. But this is where the pressure comes on. This is where Austria are always so strong. But at the moment, neck and neck, and look how they have opened up the field. Italy a length and a half back, and then Sweden and Australia another length and a half behind them.
Yes, Austria from Germany, Italy, who've been runners-up for the last 2 years, behind Austria. In fact, in 1993 in the Czech Republic, one of those rare occasions, Germany and Italy dead heated for the silver medal behind the Austrian quartet, who now have just about quarter of a length over the Germans.
Austria always very, very strong in the middle of the race here. Obviously the bow pair just feeling the pressures of the doubling up, but taking the lead. Spain with a new quad here. They've got a good tradition in sculling, but this is a completely new quad. They weren't represented last year, but they are trailing the field here, and Austria now striding out and moving away, moving up on every stroke. Sweden, too, newcomers to the event. They weren't in the event last year, so this is a new combination, but they're trailing at the moment in 5th position.
Austria now have opened it up to over 3/4 of a length over Germany. Secure at the moment in 2nd place, ahead of the Italians, and the Austrians are absolutely flying. Fastest through the first 2 quarters and coming up to the 1500-meter mark, and we'll get a check, and they surely must be the fastest crew out on the water through this 3rd quarter as well.
It's a very classy crew, this wonderful, wonderful controlled power through the middle of the stroke. They miss nothing at the catch. They drive back with the legs. There they go through the 1500-meter mark, just about a length clear of Germany.
Yes, indeed, 1:28.26 for the opening 500 from the Austrians, then 1:31.29 and 1:35.57 for the last 500 meters, and that really is speedy. That's over a full second faster than the Germans.
This Austrian crew, so good in the middle of the stroke, and what confidence they have to double up like this, because that's always a tough thing to do. But they are very confident of winning this, and look at that. No disturbance there to the run of the boat. Terrific pickup, beautifully drilled.
And the real scrap now for silver and bronze, with Germany still in second place, Italy and Sweden out of your picture in lane number 6. That's bottom right, just beginning to make a move, but they've left it awfully late. And I think far too much to make up for them. Austria, that lovely high cruising speed coming through to complete a hat-trick. Remember Peter Haining for Great Britain, he's done it this afternoon, and he did it in fine style, and so are these 4 Austrians. Germany just holding off there, the Italians on the far side in lane number 2. And that's the way I think they're going to cross the line now. Germany getting back a little bit, but far too late. Austria, a very, very smooth performance to take the gold medal, retain the title, and Sweden ahead of Spain with, on the far side, Australia.
I would have never dared do that. I mean, that shows amazing confidence. But there they are, that's 3 in a row, and this crew will probably now break up as they go for the Olympic double event.
Disappointing, though, Australia, who won this title when Gary Liner was in the boat in 1991, and great ambassadors for Austrian rowing.